I finally made it to Karachi. Let's dive into this journey together and I will tell you about my adventures in Karachi, Pakistan. But in this episode, I will show you the free Istanbul tour I had during my long layover there while waiting for my next flight.
Is Karachi a good place or not so much? Is it a den of terrorists or is it a den of biryani? Let's find out. There are many superstitions. Could it be that some of them true or none of them? It's very interesting. So I decided to visit Karachi and see for myself. And then I'll be able to tell independently, not sponsored by anyone, anything. Let's find out today. I actually was thinking of this trip for a long time, so I found a good parking spot in Terminal 4. Not far from Zone B. And we are in Terminal 2. But 60 pounds is 60 pounds. So now I have over half an hour until I can submit my luggage. There is a cafe with a sandwich over 7 pounds. In that case, I would much rather either eat in a plane or just fast go to Karachi and eat there, just like a person fasts before a wedding. My luggage has been submitted. I have just the backpack. I'll try to switch places with that area. Let's see how it goes. And I was there, so now I made it down. Walking to my gate. It's much better to just sit and wait. Standing won't make them go faster. Alright. Now I'm in a plane flying. And first thing I noticed is that this item has the cable snapped.
Alright, exited the airplane. Well, obviously we're not in Karachi. We're in Istanbul, but I can smell big humidity.
The Turkish airport looks bright, spacious, vivid. So far, very good impression. Passed through a passport check, got a stamp. Turkish Airlines experience was overall quite pleasant. I was offered a seat near the emergency door, which means extra legroom. Stewardess person offered more food, so that was nice.
The food was edible.
Though that remote control not working did ruin things a little bit. The trip was a bit boring.
Dude, how the hell do I control the cable in the middle? Looks like it's been cut.
Airline is offering a free tour while my layover is taking place. I accidentally exited the airport while searching for that meeting point for that tour Istanbul.
Shouldn't have exited. Talk about confusing layout.
And then I had to re-enter airport and go through security check.
Look at that, tour Istanbul.
Since I received it, all the shops and vendors just stopped looking at me. Otherwise they would just bother me offering SIM cards, hotels, taxis and so on. They just don't look at me anymore, which is nice. I can perfectly blend in just by wearing such solid badge.
Tour started, we were sat to the bus and off we go. There, a smoky mine in a distance caught my attention. We saw the first views of Istanbul and the tour dropped us at a restaurant Tamara for an all-you-can-eat breakfast. Not a bad start. Then we walked through a Turkish bazaar. For a reference, I checked the price of a saffron. Even when considering the price would drop when negotiating, it wasn't cheap. And most importantly, it wasn't even saffron. It was a safflower. Are tourists there that stupid? And then the nice and pretty views began. Look at that. Look at all these historically significant buildings. Okay, now this golden dome looks pretty good. I'm not that interested in most of the structures that us humans built, but these were pleasant to look at. I guess at the center it should have an interesting energy field. Also, they have an Egyptian obelisk. This Turkish Airlines tour is getting better and better. Here we are now closer to water. Going near the boats. I like where it is going. And now we're in the boat. Free boat tour. This is amazing. We're on a boat tour. I'm happy. Here's a fancy mosque. Here's an excessively loud bridge. Doesn't matter. I'm on a boat. At this famous boundary between Asia and Europe, I realized I could use a dedicated camera than just using phone.
The views are nice over here.
I'll just look for it once I arrive to Karachi. Eventually it became even more entertaining when our boat somewhere caught fire and began to smoke. But that didn't last long, and the smoke and bad smell eventually disappeared. Next, we were invited to see the home of their ruler. The architecture looks impressive, and it's only the entrance gate. Too bad no photos or videos inside the house. Here's the front, and here's the back sides. Inside, soft, golden and posh.
So I walked through that house behind me. It's quite a labyrinth, a maze, but the only annoying feature is that taking pictures or videos not allowed inside. So if I want to create some content, that's useless. If I can show what's inside, then I'm not that much interested myself. There are a lot of souvenirs, gold-coated things like gold-coated doors, gold-coated radiators, a lot of ceilings that look like inside a fancy church or a mosque. But yeah, if I cannot take any pictures and there are cameras on every corner and guards checking who is taking pictures, then it's not worth it. Not worth staying.
After that, on the way out, I discovered a small highlight. They have a lot of birds, most of them freely roaming around. Look how many of them. That is very impressive. And the last Turkish Airlines treat, free dinner. Absolutely can't complain.
Okay, just past security, returned from the tour. Everything is looking here bright and nice. Apparently there are two securities, one just to enter the airport and one is the normal. So now I passed the second one. all bright and colorful. The stewardesses during the flight to Istanbul, they were telling me that I should be avoiding Karachi because there is some terrorism there is safety, there is very big food poisoning phenomenon happening there, and so on. Is it really that dangerous? Is it really that unsafe? Regarding Karachi, I noticed that there were many cases where people got food poisoning, such as diarrhea, vomiting, that would refer to rota and norovirus. But after they were prescribed antibiotics, which I thought won't help, they really helped, which means that what they had was bacterial infection, which changes the playing field, that it's not the virus that appears to be prevalent, but maybe just general lack of microbiological and sanitary safety. I'm probably thinking of dirty water or any other products that include water that is not heated, such as probably juice, maybe ice cream, yogurty things. So I'll try to be careful. Let's see how it goes. When traveling to Karachi, it is important to blend in, and on Instagram we post the Kansab videos where I wear a kameez, so I believe this will help me blend in. Take a look.
The flight to Karachi was uneventful, tiring, and overnight. They served food twice, and it actually wasn't that horrible, to be honest.
Okay, it looks wet inside. Going in a tunnel now. Landed. Somehow Karachi airport has Soviet vibes. I don't know why. It just feels this somewhat brutalist architecture. This is not a complaint though. Interesting. Past the immigration, now waiting for my suitcase.
Immigration was fast. They took a picture with a webcam and scanned all fingerprints. That's it. With all this traveling and the tour, I slept very little for 2 nights in a row, so I was feeling the need to rest a little.
Made it to Karachi, now I'm out. It's crowded, it's more humidity but less heat than in Turkey. Found a driver carrying my luggage, not bad.
Then I eventually reached the place where I'll be staying, went to bed and fell asleep. And that's all for this episode. As I get better at handling the camera, will even get a new camera, I will upload more episodes in the near future. You know what? I'll reveal a secret for you. For me, the subscriber count matters. You can express your encouragement by subscribing and following. I have YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. Alright, thanks. There's a lot more to come. Have a pleasant rest of the day and I will see you in the next video.